My current life situation is some of the best evidence of past life karma I've ever experienced. I mean, what the hell did I do in this life to deserve this? Most Indian traditions propound the idea of karma, that we reap what we sow. Actions lead to related outcomes that lead to more causes and effects. And these causes and effects span across lifetimes. But according to some philosophies like Advaita Vedanta or non-duality, this cycle isn't real. It's just as illusory as anything else we perceive to be true. We can consider them relatively or conventionally true, but not absolutely true or ultimately true. Cause and effect, time and space are epiphenomenal. It all just appears to be true. It appears to be real. What's ultimately real, though, is beyond space and time. So nothing is actually happening. For anything to happen requires change, and that implies space-time. But whatever that reality is beyond space-time, it's indescribable. All descriptions of our reality at the relative level of our ordinary experiences is just an approximation of what's really going on. It's a convenient fiction. But let me know what you think and chat with me directly by joining my Patreon community with the link below. The support will help me to keep making videos like this. And doing this is part of my convenient fiction. But speaking of this convenient fiction, it's hard to deny what appears to be karma, the law of cause and effect. In Indian religions, the causes of conditions and events in this life extend to many past lives.
But we will, as Vedanta, we will say that, he has been trying for past, many years in the past lives. So this past life thing is very good for bookkeeping. You can make all the accounts match. You can put it back to the past life.
As a convenient fiction, this is laughable. It does seem like one part of us realizes how ridiculous this all is because any model we come up with would just be a metaphor and only approximately true or provisional. We really can't conceive of or describe what's really going on with our limited cognitive abilities. But another part of us realizes a deep truth behind these concepts. And right now, I'm both laughing and crying at the absurdity of this truth. I mean, what the hell did I do in this life to deserve this? All my stuff is packed and stored away. It feels both liberating and frightening. At first, I resigned myself to having to sleep in this car. I think it could have been doable. But luckily, I don't have to. If Advaita Vedanta is right, then this whole play of life, with its ups and downs and positive and negative outcomes, is illusory anyway. And the description of it, along with what appears to be cause and effect, or karma, is illusory too. But we're still wrapped up in the illusion and are impelled to play the game. We might as well make the best of it. And that's where the more empowering New Age take on karma can fit in. It basically restricts karma to this current life and gives much more weight to the effects of our current thoughts and actions. I believe in what Abraham Hicks teaches about this repurposed law of karma, or what they call the law of attraction. Despite what appears to be a natural process of cause and effect, we can't always see the determining causes. There may be other underlying organizing principles at play. As Bernardo Kastrup writes in Decoding Jung's Metaphysics, what we do observe empirically are the results of the action of an inferred underlying causal principle that, in and of itself, remains invisible to us. We don't see causality. We only see its manifest consequences in nature's behavior. We don't see the mechanisms of how causality works. We only see what appears like cause and effect in nature's behavior. And even more than what seems like mere physical causal relationships, we notice what Jung describes as meaningful coincidences, correspondences of inner mental states and external physical events. Jung explains that synchronicity could be understood as an ordering system by means of which similar things coincide, without there being any apparent cause. This could be similarity-based associations of meaning, and this idea supports the concept of like attracting like, or at least seeming to. But attraction still implies causation, with an effect happening after its cause. It's hard to get past our bias of perceiving things in terms of time and causation, of one thing leading to the next. Maybe that's just how we naturally think as humans, even though we never really see the underlying mechanism of how one thing leads to the next. We never see causality, as Bernardo says. So, without actually seeing it, why not attribute outcomes to past lives as Indian traditions do? Or we can attribute them to our thought patterns in this life, as Abraham does. According to Abraham, our dominant mindset creates a point of attraction. If we have a predominantly positive mindset, we attract positive outcomes. And if we have a predominantly negative mindset, we attract negative outcomes. But that's why it's so hard for me to reconcile what I'm going through right now. I've always maintained a positive mindset on topics relating to relationships, career, and finance. And yet all of this is in turmoil right now, and I'm probably at my lowest point. I know that in the end, what I'm going through right now may all be for the best. It may still all work out according to a bigger plan. And I do trust that. Mostly. I also question at times what got me here and where I'm going. Right now, I can't see the bigger picture clearly. And since I don't know the exact determining causes and effects, I might as well chalk it up to past lives. It's all just a convenient fiction anyway. But in this fiction, I can't help but remain optimistic and feel empowered to turn things around. I'm practiced at Abraham's teachings of pivoting to more positive thoughts and focusing on the positive aspects of things. I'm still able to do this no matter how bad it gets. And even though I don't expect immediate results, I'm confident in my ability to improve my situation gradually, one day at a time. Whether from past life's merits or this life's, whether karma is real or not, I am fortunate to have the support of some really good friends. More than friends, family.